I'm Dr. Allison Gross. I'm one of the chiropractors here at Wellness Services at Mount Royal University. I want to talk to you today about shoveling and how to stay healthy and safe this winter.
So Dr. Gross, do you see a lot of injuries this time of year related to snow and ice?
Definitely a lot with both. Snow after big snowfalls, with shoveling, and a lot of slip and falls for sure, but a lot of times you can injure yourself just with the slip that catches you off balance.
What types of preventative measures can people do to avoid injury while shoveling?
Yeah, while shoveling, in regards to snow shoveling this time of year, the biggest point I want to make is I would like people to look at shoveling as a workout, not something to do in 3 minutes before you leave the house in the morning. Shoveling is taxing. It challenges your cardiovascular, your heart, your lungs. Always good to avoid nicotine and coffee before going out to exert yourself. Always dress for the weather. When it comes to your back, look at it, as I said, as a workout. Warm up. If you know you have some trouble areas that are stiff in your back, go for a little walk up and down the street before you start shoveling. Do some stretches. And then once you start shoveling, pace yourself. Take a break every about 5 minutes. Stand up straight. Do a little stretch to the air. And again, if you need to, if you're feeling a little stiff, walk up and down a few houses or up and down the block again.
What happens if someone does fall or pulls a muscle? Are there any stretches or exercises they can do right away to help before seeing someone for the problem?
Probably the most important thing once you've injured your back or any other part of your musculoskeletal system is to apply ice. It's hard to do this time of year, especially if you've been outside and are cold already, but apply ice to the area that you feel is injured for 15 minutes. Ice, once it goes on, will feel cold, then it'll burn on the skin slightly, and then the skin should feel numb. At that point, it's taken effect. No more than 20 minutes. The other thing you should do is try and keep moving. Even though it's painful, try and slowly and cautiously walk. Don't lay down for too long, and try and do some gentle stretches, reaching for the sky, standing or lay on your back and pull a single knee to chest, one at a time.
So Dr. Gross, can you show us the proper way to shovel, the proper technique for shoveling?
I would love to. The problem with snow shoveling is the position that we naturally want to, and the movement we naturally want to go through with shoveling snow is actually the worst possible movement we can put into our back. When we shovel, the tendency is to bend forward as we push and then quickly twist over our shoulder. A forward bend and a twist is where the injury is going to happen. Okay? So when you're shoveling, when you're grabbing the snow shovel, try and keep your hands a little wider apart. Okay? And do as much pushing as you can. Okay? Get your knees into it, and don't just think of your knees, think of your hips. Think of doing a squat. And that by squatting down, you get your weight behind the shovel and you're pushing with your body. Okay? Then when it's time to move that snow off to the side, lift it up and move your feet and toss in front of you. Okay? And that avoids the forward bend and the twist.
How important is hydration when doing this type of activity? You mentioned it should be treated like a workout, and during workouts we need to be hydrated. So would that apply for shoveling as well?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. Before going outside, it's probably the easiest to drink some water. When you're outside and it's chilly, it might not be your go-to. Avoid caffeine, avoid cigarettes. They can, especially if you have any risks of heart illness, heart disease, you don't need to have a heart attack while shoveling either.
Do you have any tips for asthmatics who might be out in the cold trying to shovel, or?
Well, it's the difficulty there is if it is cold-induced asthma. Really, ideally, if you have somebody else in your house that can do it, why not? Okay. If it's something that has to be done, limit your time outdoors. Come in and out. If you have even something, a neck warmer to even just cover, so that the air gets warm slightly before going into those lungs.
Now, there are products available like Yaktrax that go on the bottom of your shoes. Would you recommend products like this?
I haven't seen the Yaktrax myself. Imagining that they're probably metal grips, and that stick in the snow. In theory, those sound like they'd be a great idea. Proper shoes with good grips, absolutely important. A lot of times with the snow, you have some ice hidden underneath, and it's not the snow shoveling, as we talked earlier, it's the slip that actually causes the injury. My concern is if the Yaktrax, if they grip too strongly in the snow or the ice, you're a little off balance, or it grips your foot and all of a sudden you roll over on that ankle or hurt your knee or your hip. So it's relative. I don't think I'd like to see somebody walking around in those for an extended period of time. Perhaps if they know they've got a very icy patch, but maybe the better option is just boots with a good grip, and be cautious.
So Dr. Gross, do you have any other advice for folks during this time of the year who might have some issues with snow shoveling?
Yeah, I do. Snow shoveling, or even just general Christmas stress. A lot of times people have lingering aches and pains that are bothering them this month that they put off because they are so busy with everything else. After 14 years in practice, it is very common that those last 2 days before Christmas, a lot of people phoning the office trying to get in because now it's hurting and they have Christmas dinner to put on. So if you have anything lingering, anything bothering you, please take some time to check us out and use the services here on campus at Wellness Services. We have chiropractors, physical therapists, athletic therapists, and massage therapists here to help you get through this time of year and deal with injuries.